Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all good. Outside again, as you can see, because the weather is lovely, and I am bringing you another beer review, and it's another one from Lidl. The other one went up today as I'm recording it. That was actually released today, but this video will probably be up in about 3 days time, so you'd have probably watched that one. But yeah, another one from Lidl, and basically it doesn't actually say who brews it. All it says is crafted for Lidl, and the beer we are looking at is their Warrior IPA. It's a 330ml bottle, coming in at 6% ABV, cost about £1.49, and it pretty much says absolutely jack shit on the back. So it's an IPA from Lidl. Now, it was an American IPA I'd done before, the Lidl one, and it was very much traditional. I'm going to fully expect this to be very much traditional sort of English IPA. So we'll get it cracked open. It's been in the fridge since I bought it. It's going in this nice little Adams glass. It's a very nice glass indeed. It was purchased for me by the brother-in-law. So let's get the bottle cracked open, get the beer in there, and start doing a bit of a review. Plenty of smoke coming out the glass as I cracked it open. And yeah, it's looking traditional. It's looking sort of English traditional sort of IPA. We'll try and create a bit of head there. Got to be said, quite big glasses these. They're very deceiving. Probably 440ml sort of glasses. So beer in a glass, it's looking very hazy. It's a very sort of deep amber marmalade looking sort of hazy number. A few bubbles going up. There is a couple of bubbles sticking on the glass, but the glass is generally pretty clean. About a finger of mix and match, slightly off white head. So let's dive them in the nostrils, see what we get on the nose. Not a lot, if I'm honest, not a lot. A subtle hoppiness, very much sort of traditional IPA. It's got a bit of a maltiness there, slightly sweet. You do get a hoppy note and a slight fruitiness to it. Again, a little bit sort of marmalade-y, if I'm going to say, which is what I said about the other beer. But it smells all right. It reminds me a little bit, I think, if I remember rightly, of, I think it was the Old Empire from Marston's. I think it was that one it reminds me of a bit. And it really wouldn't surprise me if it was brewed by Marston's for Lidl. Anyway, stop talking, stop sniffing. Lidl Warrior IPA, 6% ABV. God knows who brews it. Let's dive in, give it a taste. Cheers. Yeah, English traditional IPA. And straight away, this is 0.5% stronger than the American Pale Ale that I had. The body feels much lighter. There was much more of a maltier body on that one than there is on this. Not a particularly bad body, but definitely milder. Gentle carbonation, small bubbles. It is pretty smooth to drink, which I do like that about it. And it's quite soft in the mouth, it's got to be said. For me, there's a few different notes in here. I'm getting orange, I'm getting orange peel, I'm getting the maltiness, I'm getting a little subtle toffee caramel note in there, little sweetness. Maybe a little sort of pithy note. Possibly a little bit of pine, a little bit of resinous, because I feel like my mouth's being left with a little bit of an oily residue around the mouth, which is always sort of like a resinous thing for me. I've got to say, it's nice and drinkable. There is a bitterness there. It's very much a sort of like a zesty, sort of pithy bitterness for me. Maybe from that sort of orange feel in there. I've got to admit, I do like this. I like this a lot more than the American Pale Ale. The American Pale Ale, I think, had a better body. Even though it was sort of like 0.5% lower, it still had a better body. But saying that, I think the body and the carbonation suits this beer. I've got to say, I actually quite like this one. I'm not going to tell you it's some world-class sort of craft beer, but for me it's traditional sort of IPA. Very much in England, English style IPA. And I think it's nice. I think there's quite a bit going on in there. I think you could down a few of them as well. The 6% is quite well hidden. You get a little bit of a feel that it's a stronger beer. You don't get no booziness, but you do feel that it's a bit stronger because of the flavours in there. I actually like that. I think that's quite nice. Would I drink it again? Yeah, I would. I would drink that again. I'd actually pick some of these up if I didn't have so much beer anyway, shall we say. That's a nice, solid, traditional IPA with enough going on in it to keep you sort of interested. Would you get bored of it after a while? Maybe, but I'm going to say there's enough going on in there to keep you interested for long enough to have a good few, but also not too much flavour in there that it's going to fucking just bombard your taste buds, but lots of different flavours in there. I think that's quite decent. I do like that. I think that's quite decent. A nice, easy sort of IPA. Again, one you don't have to think about, but you're still going to feel all them flavours. So for me, Warrior IPA from Lidl, I like it. Would I recommend it? I would recommend that. £1.49, 6%. If you like your old school sort of English IPAs, that is what that is doing, and I think it's good. I think it's good. So yeah, give it a go. At the end of the day, even if you buy it and you're not keen on it, £1.49 isn't breaking the bank, is it? It's got to be pretty shit if you want to pour it down the drain. I think most people would drink that even if they weren't massively keen on it. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. As we'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.